Get a gator that will get you where you need to go. Something you can get in and go with plenty of space. Be ready to tackle any terrain, large or small. When you choose Reynolds, you choose reliability. A guaranteed great customer experience and relationship from the moment you walk in. Come in and see for yourself or visit reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
During Army basic training, I found out I had 7 herniated discs. Prescription pain medication led me to a heroin addiction. I entered Wheeler's program and learned life on God's terms.
After meeting Greg, I was so impressed, I hired him. When you change that one life, it makes it all worthwhile.
Now, I have a family, house, and a job that I love. At Wheeler, you can have something everlasting.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all the reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
You want a piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements and top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Just working with our company, you're going to get to work with a lot of bright individuals.
Everyone is open and ready to help you, and definitely big on advocating for making sure that you succeed and reach your potential.
Everyone's goal is the same, to make the best products that we can for our clients and make sure that it is everything and more that it could be.
What's kept me here? Our culture. We're genuinely a very great group of people. Everyone's just always willing to lend a hand.
When I have a suggestion or a concern and I voice it, leadership actually hears me.
As a consultancy,
welcome to the campus of Rose-Hulman at Terre Haute, Indiana. We've got a great HCAC matchup coming for you. The Rose-Hulman Fightin' Engineers taking on the Mount St. Joseph Lions. Hello, everybody. It is good to be with you today. My name is Graham Nash, alongside Hannah Corey. And Hannah, we'll start with the visitors in Mount St. Joseph. They have some serious players.
They do. They do. First and foremost, one thing I noticed was their pins are very, very dominant. In looking at their stat sheet, a majority of their attempts are going to their main outside and their right side. Looked like they run a 5-1 with Jasmine Butler, who is a very, very good setter from her stats, and I am just so excited to get to see her play, as I've heard she can be a very offensive setter and get herself involved, as well as setting her hitters up in great positions to score. You have Emma Sickling, who first and foremost is the name that sticks out for me for MSJ. She comes in with 233 kills, hitting 202. She's leading that team, and watching her warm up, she has an arm to her. It is a quick swing, and she gets on top of the ball and can place it exactly where she wants. And she's only a sophomore, so she is going to be a big player for MSJ if they want to be a Rose-Hulman. Another good player that I saw was Aubrey Miranda. She, again, a freshman. And seeing her warm up, she also has a huge arm to her. So these pins are going to be huge for MSJ. So Rose-Hulman has got to find a way to shut those pins down if they want to win this match.
The Lions there coming off a tournament at Calvin. They beat Carroll College and Kenyon College, but then lost to the hosts in Calvin. So coming off of a 2-1 split in Michigan. And they were projected to finish second in the conference this season. They did win the conference last year. They beat Transylvania University, who is now a ranked team, one of the best teams in Division III. It would be interesting to see how those two teams joust for position. But for MSJ, coming in to Rose-Hulman, they haven't been the greatest team on the road. They are 1-4 on the road this season. How do they need to start to win this game?
Rose-Hulman, correct?
MSJ.
Sorry. MSJ has just got to come in hot. They have some really great weapons in their outsides and their right side, as well as their setter. I think sticking to what you know and how you play volleyball, I know they've graduated quite a few players that we were looking at from last year, so they're kind of rebuilding this identity with some newer faces and some newer players, or even players who maybe didn't get a chance to play last year. So they're developing this new culture with themselves. So, but first and foremost, just sticking to what they know and how they know how to score.
You talk about the players that they graduated. They graduated 3 of their top 5 attackers. 2 of them were middle blockers. And you mentioned in the very beginning as well that they're very pin dependent.
Yes.
They haven't really been able to rebuild that middle position. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes down today for the Lions. Let's move to the home side with the Fightin' Engineers. Talk about freshmen. This is a team that is very dependent on their freshmen.
Absolutely. One name that sticks out is Desiree Beverly. She leads the team in kills with 199. However, one thing I've noticed about Rose Holman is that they have done a great job of spreading their offense out a bit more, in the sense that they're not super outside heavy and they're not super middle heavy, but they've done a nice job of making sure they have a balanced attack, which I think has given them some more diversity. However, for Rose Holman, they have got to establish their middles, and Amaya Harrell, who just knows how to score. She can get up and absolutely just smash a ball. So for Rose Holman, making sure you're feeding her a ton and getting her the ball early is going to be a huge key for Rose Holman. Also for Rose Holman, one thing we've kind of noticed is that they have a lot of versatility in their players. One of the last matches we saw Hannah Burfield playing on the outside when she was listed as a setter.
Yeah.
However, I do think she is out tonight, so I am interested to see how Rose Holman will respond not having such a key piece in their offense.
Just working with our company, you're going to get to work with a lot of bright individuals.
Everyone is open and ready to help you, and definitely big on advocating for making sure that you succeed and reach your potential.
Everyone's goal is the same, to make the best product.
Welcome back to the campus of Rose Holman, where the Fightin' Engineers are about ready to take on the Mount St. Joseph Lions. Let's get you the starting lineup, starting with the visitors. Audrey Griffin, Hannah Justice, Sydney Dottie, Hannah Graves, Emma Sicking, Grace Wilking, and Jasmine Butler will round out their starting lineup. And then for Rose Holman, of course, Lily Ebright, the all-star libero, Desiree Beverly, Amaya Harrell, Marina Cuddley, Jillian Gregg, Julia Vamus, and Kira Osi will make out their starting lineup. Rose Holman today celebrating Women and Girls in Sports Day. You can see all the youngsters lined up with the Fightin' Engineers as they do their starting lineups. Today, we are set to have a fantastic battle between liberos, a fantastic battle between setters. And it's hard to talk about anything Rose Holman right now without talking about Lily Ebright.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, when you look at Rose Holman, she sticks out in the best way possible. Her ability to just put herself in a position to dig a ball is insane. And she makes herself available by reading hitters so well. The reason she is so successful in that libero position is because she can read a hitter and determine where they're going to go and then react. I have to say it. Last match we covered versus Berea, she broke a school record.
She did.
58 digs in a 4-set match. That is unheard of. Like, it's just unheard of. I can't, I'm speechless when I think about it, so.
She leads all divisions in digs with 584, and she also leads all divisions in dig per set with 7.3.
Yes, and last time we covered, she had 7.03. So she is just climbing. Every single match, it seems she is just somehow getting better and pushing herself to be that much better.
She continues to raise the bar on the other side. Grace Wilking is the libero. She is 4th in the conference in digs with 316, 5th in digs per set, around the 4.3 mark. She's had double-digit digs in all but 2 games. She's going to be important as well.
She is, especially when you have such versatile players like Rose Holman does, and Amaya Harrell and Desiree Beverly. She has got to be ready and read and stay disciplined and knowing where that ball is going to go and doing her thing and just making those digs back there.
Both teams on the floor ready to get going as they battle for an early position in the HCAC conference. Both teams, this will be their 3rd matchup in the conference this season. Mount St. Joseph, they won the conference without losing a game last year. A perfect 9-0. Rose Holman, they were 4-5 in the conference, good enough for 6th. They're projected to be 1 place better this season, projected 5th, even with the addition of Berea, another new team in the conference. And Rose Holman will set things off. It is Jillian Gregg back to serve. Welcome back, everyone. Rose Holman and Mount St. Joseph facing off. Apologies for the technical issues, but we are back and better than ever. Mount St. Joseph off to an early lead. 6-4 is your score. Sicking into the block. Rose Holman able to keep it alive. What a save from the Fightin' Engineers. Sicking will try again. Big block up front. And Sicking just goes with the tip. Rose Holman. With 4 hits, they will not be able to get it over.
Yeah, that was a great awareness by MSJ. She went up, she had a really, really tough swing, and then she recognized that that block was in front of her, rolled it right over for the point.
Emma Sicking, you will be hearing that name quite a bit. She leads this team in kills with 231, which also leads the conference. Outside, a big swing, but dug by Wilking. Now big block up front. Out of system, Ebright has to set it. Another cross-court shot picked up by the Lions. And the middle is going to get a kill.
Yeah. MSJ really early on looks very comfortable in what they're running. They don't seem too off guard. They're very settled and they're playing very composed, which is why they have this early lead on this first set.
That was Hannah Justice, the freshman from Dayton, Ohio. MSJ out to an early lead, like you said, already doubling up Rose Holman, but the Fightin' Engineers, they have looked good when they get opportunities. There's a nice one. What a dig by Wilking. Fightin' Engineers able to pick up the tip, and they capitalize. Great placement there on the outside.
Kira Osei there. And normally, again, she is a middle blocker, now transitioning to the outside. That is very, very difficult to do. One thing that Rose Holman does well is they recruit and they have very versatile players that are able to play multiple positions, which is why you can see now Kira Osei on the outside already doing very well.
Osei with 4 games of 10 or more kills. She's been great for this team on both sides. Rose Holman just having to fight to get it over at this point. Mount St. Joseph with a good try off the high hands, but Ebright's there to keep it alive. And a nice tip out of the middle. I believe it was Neibauer.
Yes. She's a senior. I don't believe she has played too much this season so far, but good recognition there. Early tip, scoring.
Talked about how Mount St. Joseph, they're a pin-heavy team. It feels like for Rose Holman, if anything, they might be a middle-heavy team.
Yes.
As they really depend on Harrell and then also Osei.
Oh, what a knock.
What a save. Ebright getting it over. And another brilliant save. That's called a double hit, I believe.
Looks like they called a lift. Yeah. But I would agree with you back to your point on Rose Holman being very middle. dependent, they are, and they go to their middles a ton, which is great. However, it can become a bit predictable for MSJ when on a perfect pass they're feeding those middles. Love to see them kind of spread it out just a little bit more and then reestablish that middle blocker.
Big swing, just misses the back line. And so it'll be another quick point for MSJ. Rose Holman, they came out firing, but then the Lions seem to have taken over early in this first set. Back to serve is Grace Wilking, the very talented libero. Quick to the middle, and it goes perfectly. Once again, Nybauer.
Yeah, great spot there on the court, just outside of Wilkening's reach there. You can see her place it just perfect.
Rose Holman, they've got a lot of fight in them. We saw that in their win against Berea. Those two teams went back and forth constantly. Berea pretty consistently got into the red zone first, but Rose Holman was able to come away with a 3-1 victory. Nice rally going here. Outside off the block, Rose Holman unable to keep it alive. A nice swing by Hannah Graves.
And Rose Holman's middles are doing a nice job getting to the point of where they need to be up for a block. They just got to be more disciplined on their hand positioning so the ball gets redirected to MSJ's side versus their own.
Outside for Rose Holman and down on the hardwood. Good swing there. Believe it was Jillian Gregg.
Yeah, and she's one of those players for Rose Holman that's very versatile. She sets and she can swing. However, both of those spots of her game are very, very equal. Right there, you can see her get up, rip it cross court. She's a player that can just absolutely take over a match.
Rose Holman pretty consistently down by 3 in this set. Now they've got a free try. Quick to the middle, and Harrell puts it down. Amaya Harrell, she has been brilliant this season.
She has, and she is so good. Her ability to just get up and be available is so impressive. She makes herself an option in plays that are broken, and it's one of the reasons she's a great middle.
She's got the best hitting percentage on the team at .308. Huge block up front. Rose Holman been working on that. And the tip is pure, that time using the hands of Harrell.
Good awareness there. I believe that was Graves. She just went up, tooled it right off of Harrell's block. Here it is again. Oh, there's Harrell. Yeah, absolutely just put the ball down.
So once again, Rose Holman down by 3. They go back to the middle, but Harrell unable to get that one over the net.
MSJ did a good job there recognizing that ball was going to go to Harrell, and they got a good double block up on her.
Amaya Harrell, she has been a fantastic addition for this team, a transfer from South Dakota School of Mines. She has taken over this season. Big swing down the line on the outside. Lions alive and go with the tip. Outside and just on the floor. Good placement there for the Fighting Engineers.
That was a beautiful shot by Desiree. She saw that the double block was up in front of her, chipped it right over her shoulder to that deep corner where the defense had been pulled in. Great awareness, great shot by Desiree Beverly.
Desiree Beverly, the 2023 AVCA Best and Brightest Award winner. She is a fantastic addition on and off the court for this team. And they will need her to have a big day on the outside. She's got the most attempts on the team at 677.
Wow. It's a big number.
That is a big number. Rose Holman to the middle. Amaya Harrell over top of everyone. She can just jump out of the gym.
She really can. And again, you could see her there come around her setter. As her setter was being pulled forward, she still made herself an option behind her setter. Right there you can see her get a great set from Jillian Gregg, and Amaya Harrell just puts it down.
Mount St. Joseph was able to get some hands on it, but couldn't do much. It was hit too hard. Great serve from Ebright, and that will be an ace. That's her 26th ace of the season.
And she can do it all. Not only can she take a ball, but she can put a great serve into the court and create a lot of chaos for opposing teams.
She's just so fun to watch.
She really is.
Feels like she's everywhere.
She is. And I love talking about it, and I love watching her play.
Nice set, but unable to do much with it is Sicking.
And I saw her in warm-ups going for that shot, and she was nailing those in. Just a little bit of a mishit for her. It's a great look on a shot. I'm sure she'll fix that right away.
Rose Holman creeping their way back into the set after being down early. The Lions being dug by Ebright. A couple cross-court swings. No one able to put it down yet. Tip is dug nicely. A great save from Greg. And Harrell can't get it over.
Looked like a little bit of miscommunication there on who was going to take that third contact over.
MSJ, they have Jasmine Butler back to serve. Little confusion there on the free ball, that's for sure. But the Fighting Engineers just down 2. Harrell once again.
She is so good. Her hang time is incredible. She just gets up, she hangs in the air, decides where she wants to go with her shot, and then just takes it. You can see her body was more facing towards the left side of the court, and then last second turned it over top of her shoulder, went to the right side, and gorgeous swing.
Amaya Harrell coming off their last game against Washington University, the 8th-ranked team in the country. She only had 4 kills, but she is getting closer to that number as we speak. Big swing there for Mount St. Joseph. They're trying to get Sicking more involved. She has got an arm, like you said.
She really does. Her ability to just get up, see the block, and rip it makes it very hard for blockers to get a well-established block in front of her.
Tough swing for the Fighting Engineers, but they're still able to get it over. Big swing on the right side. That comes at the hands of Aubrey Miranda.
Yes, she is only a freshman too. However, being a lefty gives you that shot, which is awesome.
So we got a timeout on the floor. We're going to take the chance to tell you about our sponsors for this broadcast. Reynolds Farm Equipment. Reynolds Farm Equipment is a leading equipment dealer serving farmers, homeowners, landscapers, and commercial contractors in and throughout Indiana. Nothing runs like a deer. Give a call today, 317-849-0810. Morales Group Staffing. We're in the business to create a better future for you, for your family, and for the community we share. We can match you with the right career or hire the right candidate for your company. Call us today at 317-472-7600. Boilermaker Local 374. Boilermakers Local 374 represents highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication throughout the state of Indiana. When you need a safe, dependable workforce for a new build, an upgrade, or facility maintenance, you can count on Boilermakers Local Union 374 to do your job right the first time. Passion to Care, delivering care with more than 24 years of experience. As a prestige healthcare company, Passion to Care is driven by decades of expertise and a drive to go above and beyond. Call us today at 317-537-1811. Mount St. Joseph leading Rose Holman early in this first set. The Rose Holman sticking tough, not letting them get too far away. Lions getting a tip to go with Miranda. The right side, she didn't get much action. Hasn't started this contest, but came in as one of the early subs and has back-to-back kills.
Mm-hmm. And MSJ's Jasmine Butler, number 24, she does a great job of being so deceptive with her sets. 1 second you think she's going to the outside, and then she dishes it back to the right, which is why she's creating great opportunities for her team to score.
Greg going to the right side, and it's in the block. Set over, but the Lions underneath it. Quick to the middle, unable to get it over. That was Hannah Justice. Jasmine Butler, again, switching things up, like you said, trying to get more people involved. But again, there's the middle struggles that this team has been having.
They are, and that's one aspect that I'm sure MSJ is working on, is because they do have such good weapons on their outsides and their right sides. Getting their middles established can be tough. Looks like there's a timeout.
Another timeout on the floor. Tell you more about our sponsors for today. Wheeler Mission. For over 125 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community. Bertner Electric, your trusted electrician partner since 1986. Morales Group, we're in the business to create a better future for you and for your family. McKinley Wrights Financial, inspiring people to repeatedly take action on their financial goals. Indiana Laborers District Council, the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA. And IndianaSRN Sports Page. Follow the sports page every day with update news from coast to coast. Log on at IndianaSRN.org and click on our tab. Rose-Hulman down 4 early in this first set, but we've seen them down before early, and they've clawed their way back. What do they need to go to get back and win this first set?
First and foremost, I think being a little bit more disciplined on their block is going to get them a long way. Jasmine Butler for MSJ does a great job being deceptive. So their blockers on Rose-Hulman's side have got to stay disciplined and then react versus assuming where the ball is going to go.
Wilking with a nice serve, but Rose-Hulman able to create from it. More kills from the middle, Sydney Neibauer.
She's done a good job for coming in probably to a match that has a lot of say on it. But she's done a great job early on of establishing herself as a threat.
Butler is having to go to this outside. And now Rose-Hulman can't put it down. Right side is there. Aubrey Miranda, her third kill of the day.
She's done a great job, and she's a left-handed hitter, which makes her that much more of a threat on that right side. Blockers have got to position themselves different on a lefty versus a right-handed player on the right side because she is able to take different shots, making her a more versatile player.
And that block was even established pretty early. They still couldn't get hands in front of her. Nice dig there for the Lions to the middle. Rose-Hulman able to get underneath it. Big swing cross court is down. Desiree Beverly.
She's had some luck with that cross court shot. There's been a couple points where MSJ has struggled with their communication to get that ball up. For Desiree Beverly, keep going to that shot. It's been working for her, and she's been doing a great job of placing it exactly where it needs to be. You can see her there just get up right through the seam of the block, over top of those hands. Great position.
That is the third kill already for the freshman from San Antonio, Texas. And she, along with Harrell and Neibauer, have 3 kills on the day. Nice awareness there from Butler, just setting it right over. She is so crafty.
She is. And one thing I noted and wanted to let viewers know of more is she will make herself offensive. I believe she has 51 kills coming into this match already. As a setter, that is a great number to have. Rose-Hulman's got to be aware of that.
She leads the HCAC in assists this season with 695, second in assists per set. But she, like Rose-Hulman's strong middle blocker, is a transfer from Drew University.
Wow.
So the transfers coming in and making good impacts. Always things you love to see.
Absolutely.
Off the hands. Mount St. Joseph can't get anything off of it. What a block by Jillian Gregg.
She is good, and like I said, she can block, she can hit, and she can set. She is an all-around weapon for Rose-Hulman, who can also take over a match. Right here, you can see her line up perfect on Emma Sickling and just absolutely roofs her.
And an ace for the Fightin' Engineers. Now within 3, they're trying to claw their way back.
Jillian Gregg again there on the ace. She is doing it all for her team right now. If she gets hot, MSJ has got to watch out.
This time MSJ able to receive. They go to the middle, but it's dug by Ebright. Beverly with a big swing, and Beverly with another kill. She has been electric early on that outside.
She has, and she is mixing up her shot selection so well. You can see her score a couple of times in that cross court. That time going straight down the line. Great job mixing up her shots.
Rose-Hulman, they've clawed their way back a couple times in this set, but haven't been able to tie it. But they're one step closer as that one goes too far.
Here comes the timeout.
And right on the money, a timeout for Mount St. Joseph as they try to keep their lead. During this timeout, we'll take time to tell you about Reynolds Farm Equipment. Reynolds Farm Equipment is a leading equipment dealer serving farmers, homeowners, landscapers, and commercial contractors in and throughout Indiana. Nothing runs like a deer. Give a call today, 317-849-0810. And Morales Group Staffing, we're in the business to create a better future for you, for your family, and for the community we share. We can match you with the right career or hire the right candidate for your company. Call us today at 317-472-7600. It's a close first set here at Rose-Hulman, the home of the Fightin' Engineers, as they take on the Mount St. Joseph Lions, who were projected to finish second in the HCA conference this season, but they've struggled on the road. This would be a huge first set to win for Rose-Hulman.
Oh, absolutely. And MSJ is a great team. They have some great offensive pieces that can absolutely terminate a ball. So for Rose-Hulman to come back from a deficit and win this first set, not would only give them the upper hand going into the second, but would also show this team that we can compete with some of the best teams in our conference and come out on top.
Jillian Gregg, she's been on a nice serving run here late in this first set. Back still. And another good one. Out of system are the Lions. Sicking off the hands and will get the kill.
She's a very smart header. She knows exactly where to place the ball and when to place it.
Leads the conference in kills this season with 233.
You can see it again right here. She just kind of chips it right off of her hand to go off of the Rose-Hulman block. Very, very smart play for only being a sophomore.
She's already had 15 attempts tonight. 2 kills, but 2 errors to go along with it, so hitting percentage is a 0. Harrell elevates but gets met at the net. Big block and a big moment.
Yeah, Sydney Dottie there getting all of that block. You can see MSJ doing a nice job of recognizing that perfect pass from Rose-Hulman, and they tend to go to Amaya Harrell in those situations. Good job and good recognition by MSJ.
MSJ serving for the set. Beverly blocked, and that will do it.
Wow. Back-to-back blocks by Sydney Dottie. You can see her just get in there and absolutely roof Rose-Hulman's Desiree Beverly.
MSJ, they are 5-3 this season when they win the first set, and they've won it here. 1 set to Rose-Hulman 0 here on RHIT.TV.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all the reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
A good engineer, a good mathematician, a good scientist can identify problems.
But in order to be a great scientist or engineer, you've got to have curiosity and you've got to have creativity, and that's what's going to set you apart.
You can't teach curiosity. You just need to encourage your student to be curious. Curious in anything that they do. Curious so that it brings out the innovations, the new ideas.
Welcome back to Terre Haute, Indiana, where the Rose-Hulman Fightin' Engineers trailed the Mount St. Joseph Lions 1-0 early in this competition. And it's an HCAC matchup, and it was close in that first set. What did you like from both sides, Hannah?
For MSJ, I think overall they had a very calm demeanor about themselves. They never seemed to be anxious or, oh my gosh, they're Rose-Hulman's coming back in this. They stayed very disciplined in their identity and just played MSJ volleyball, which was very cool to see. For Rose-Hulman, I thought they did a great job of mixing up their offense. And overall, being able to come back after being down quite a few points shows a lot of grit. I'd love to see Rose-Hulman just come out fighting, getting Amaya Harrell some different looks rather than just that quick one set, I think could go a long way. Also, just kind of coming out with a fight that they're known to have will carry them throughout the second set.
Amaya Harrell with 3 kills on the day on 9 tries, but it's been Desiree Beverly for Rose Holman that's led the way. 4 kills on 6 tries, hitting at 500 flat.
That is very, very impressive. She is doing a great job of getting herself in positions to score, and also mixing up her shot selection has obviously made her very, very successful early on.
As for MSJ, they have been led by Hannah Justice and Aubrey Miranda. Both of those two with 3 kills, but Justice, she's hitting it at a perfect 1,000. 3 tries, 3 kills.
Wow. And for those of you who don't know, 1,000 basically means every single ball she has hit has been a kill.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Very impressive so far for the first set, and very difficult to do.
It was a close one, though. Rose Holman, they kept coming back. They got it to down 1 multiple times, but just right at the very end, Mount St. Joseph was able to pull ahead and take that first set.
And I think one reason they were able to do that is because they shut down Amaya Harrell. Would love to see Rose Holman give her some different looks. She is so versatile. She can go behind the setter, in front of the setter, run quicks, run slower tempos. Would love to see Rose Holman setters give her different options and give her different sets so she can make the block for MSJ have to guess where she's going to go.
And for anyone who might be tracking the incredible play of Lily Ebright, 11 digs.
That's crazy.
In the first set. That is unbelievable.
She's just so good, and she, again, puts herself in positions that allow her to make these reactive plays that most liberos wouldn't be able to do.
She already ranks 3rd all-time in Rose Holman for career digs, over 18,000.
That's insane.
That is unbelievable.
Insane.
She's about 300 away from that second spot. They go to Harrell quickly, but the tip isn't there. Outside tip, that works for Emma Sicking.
That's a great shot. You can see her identify that block up in front of her and just cut it right to zone 4, so left front to left front. And just do a great job of being able to identify exactly where she needed to place that ball.
Sicking, a fantastic player for this team. The sophomore from Fairfield, Ohio, leads the conference in kills. Little conversation right now between ref and coach.
Looks like my assumption would be some rotational issue. Potentially you can see number 10 there, Sydney Neighbor and Amaya Harrell. Potentially a middle substitution issue.
Yeah, it looks like Harrell was about ready to come out. Neibauer was going to step in for her. But a little conversation. Tell you a little bit about the history of these two teams. Rose Holman is 5-15 overall against Mount St. Joseph. They have lost the last 5. However, they did win the 3 before those 5. So this team, it seems like they kind of go on streaks where one gets a lot of wins, the other gets a lot of wins. And Rose Holman trying to take advantage of the fact that Mount St. Joseph hasn't been their strongest on the road and get a very important win in the HCAC conference.
Absolutely. For Rose Holman, this would be a huge win to not only boost themselves in conference play, but to also just establish themselves as a team.
And it looks like we should have all issues figured out. We will resume play. Back to serve for Mount St. Joseph is Hannah Graves. What a serve. Forcing an overpass, but Ebright keeps it alive. Now Sicking, huge swing, but a bigger block. And Jillian Gregg, monster block.
That was very impressive. I for sure thought Emma Sicking was just going to rip that cross court, but Jillian Gregg had other words to say about that one. You can see her just get up, hands pressed over, created a great wall.
Neibauer was really late, so that was truly all Jillian Gregg. As Beverly can't put it down. Sicking will try again, goes with the tip, and it works. Little feathery touch there from Emma Sicking.
And you can tell Jillian Gregg's getting in her head a little bit right there. You can see Emma Sicking seeing Jillian Gregg in her vision on that hit, deciding to just tip it right over. So Jillian Gregg is doing her job.
Beverly will take a swing. Cross court picked up. Quick to the middle. A great initial dig, but Ebright unable to follow it up. That was Julia Ehrman on the initial effort.
Good up, though. Great touch to slow down that middle. And even though that didn't lead to a point, it's going to create a little bit of mental block per se on MSJ's side, being that they were able to get a good touch on that ball.
It was a really big swing from Hannah Justice of the Lions, as the Lions unable to keep up that big swing from Jillian Gregg. She's doing it all right now.
She is, and she has the ability to fully take over a match and be the hot hand. Early on, it's looking like she is the hot hand. Continue to feed her for Rose Holman.
And another important piece is that Jillian Gregg, she will set once she gets to the back row.
Correct.
Just an overall athlete for this team. Sicking unable to put it down cross court. Gregg again into the block. Now quick to Harrell. Great placement on the near side.
Yeah, that was very, very well done. Rose Holman tends to go to her right after serve receive. Right there you can see Rose Holman in transition play give Amaya Harrell the ball, which is why that was successful.
Fourth kill of the day for Amaya Harrell. That ties her kill mark from her last contest over 3 sets. We're only early into a second here, so she could be in for a big day. Tip from the middle, picked up by Beverly. And Harrell can't put down a tip of her own. Sicking will swing. And what a dig from Ebright. Get used to us saying that, folks. She is unreal. Slide put down by the block.
Desiree Beverly got the block, but credit Lily Ebright. She was back there. She just got a hand on it, and sometimes that's all you need to do. Great block by Beverly, but credit Lily Ebright for keeping that point alive.
So Rose Holman has their first lead in this match since going up 1-0 to start out the first set. And Gregg can't increase it. She tried to go down the line, but cut a little too much off.
I like what Rose Holman's trying to do there, though. Everybody, I think, thought Amaya Harrell was going to get that ball. Dished it back to, Jillian Gregg. Just missed.
Tried to go down the line, but a nice block. So all tied up again at 4. Back to serve is the setter and Jasmine Butler. Butler averaging around 9.5 assists per set. Crafty save from Rose Holman. Quick to the middle, and that is down in front of Cuddly.
Yeah, Cadilli almost right there for that play. She made a good read, has just got to extend her body just a little bit more, and that ball's up.
Harrell can't put it down. And she gets so high.
She does.
It's got to affect those quick sets to her.
It does. It can be very difficult to set a player like Amaya Harrell who jumps so high. Because a typical one set is just so fast. But when you have a player like Amaya Harrell, you've got to get it a little bit higher.
Jillian Gregg on the right side getting her 5th kill.
Great adjustment made by her there. A few points ago, she missed it out of bounds. Great adjustment to put that ball on the court.
Julia Vamus will come into the game for Julia Ehrman. And now is the point where Gregg will set. She's in the back row. Huge block, but it's not in play, so it'll be a point for MSJ. Emma Sicking with another big swing.
Yeah, she is very, very good. Her ability to read her block and put the ball where she wants is very impressive.
Sicking already with 20 attempts on the day.
Wow. Just shows you how much of a load she carries for MSJ.
Harrell into a solo block. And set over into the donut. Jillian Gregg.
I like it. I love that play. In a 6-2, typically you don't see setters dumping the ball there, but she stays flat-footed right here and just pushes it right over the net. That is great awareness by Jillian Gregg.
She's got such great feel for the game. Can
really
hit,
does.
can set. It's unbelievable. Nice serve from Ebright. And that'll be a point for Rose Holman. Mount St. Joseph wanted to reach over the net.
And it looks like they got that call. Amaya Harold getting a little too excited there. Went over, blocked the setter's ability to make a set, which is why that went to MSJ.
Yeah, Amaya Harold just reaching too far over. So it'll be a point for Mount St. Joseph. They've extended their lead to 2 now, but it's right down to 1, a service error. And that is from Ava Maxwell. Looks like Mount St. Joseph working with 2 liberos.
Yes.
Bringing in 1 to serve.
Mm-hmm. Which is smart when you're wanting to use a serving specialist, because it doesn't affect a team's substitutions.
Butler going to the outside. Now Gregg trying the outside herself, but not in a great spot. Big swing, but a great dig. Rose Holman doing everything they can to keep this point alive, trying to even up the score. And a big swing is cut too much. From the hands of Ava Maxwell, Aubrey Miranda.
Yeah, you can see her here. Great set. Just turned it down the line just a little bit too much.
And she couldn't believe it. She was in a great spot for that cut shot. And Miranda will get that one to go, going cross court.
Good response.
And even the speedy Ebright couldn't track that one down.
It's a big deal when you get a ball past Lily Ebright. Yeah.
Aubrey Miranda for MSJ. She is 8th in the HCAC in kills, just creeping up to that 200 mark.
Only a freshman.
Only a freshman. From Medina, Ohio. Gregg back set. And too much underneath that one from Ellie Harshany.
I think that was Vamos, I believe, number 16.
Yes, correction, Julia Vamos. MSJ leads by 2, and once again, now making it 1 is another service error.
Yeah, Rose Holman not going away in this set.
They are not. They are a very crafty team. The second you think that you have them, they will come right back into it. And they largely do that thanks to their digs. They're first in the conference in digs per set, around the 19 mark.
Wow. How much of that is Lily Ebright?
That's the next point. Nice off speed there for Mount St. Joseph, and it'll be down. For Rose Holman, they've got around 1,500 total digs this season. Over a third of them belong to Ebright.
That is crazy.
Ridiculous number.
Yeah, she is, again, I could talk about her all day long.
Ebright with the bump set. Off speed. Sicking, who just checked back in, can't put it down. Gregg will take a swing, can't put it down off the block. Ehrman, Gregg again. And stingy defense here from Mount St. Joseph, but a block ends the point.
Great job. Believe that was Neighbor. They were on that block. You could see her do a great job closing to that ball, just getting her hands right over the net.
Those two doing a good job of closing in to make that block happen. Quick swing, Katie Rolfe, first time saying her name here tonight for Mount St. Joseph. She's got a hitting percentage below 1, but is building up her confidence on the right side. That will be your 15th kill of the season.
It's a good swing.
Miscommunication, Ebright goes down, but she pops back up. Looks like she's all right.
Close call there.
And miscommunication between Ebright and Ehrman. They collided, both trying to go for the set. And Mount St. Joseph build a lead to 3. Ehrman, right side, what a dig. And mistiming on the tip by Justice. Hannah Graves with a really nice dig, though, for Mount St. Joseph to keep the play alive.
Beautiful dig there. You could see her just hanging right there. Dig a perfect ball. Just a little bit off on the execution there by Justice.
Cuddly back to serve. Butler sicking. Nice dig. In Rose Holman staying in it. Another big block. That one at the hands of Jillian Gregg.
Again, she can do it all. Block, set, dig. Like, she is just an all-around great player right there. You can see her watch Emma sticking all the way in and just create a perfect roof.
That is her second block assist of the day, and an ace follows it up. Cuddly with her 6th service ace of the year.
She's got a good serve. Goes over and just drops.
Butler going quickly to the middle, off the hands of Harrell. Once again, Mount St. Joseph, they don't have the best play out of the middle position, but they're trying to build it up.
Yes.
And that time, a nice swing.
Very nice swing there. You can see got up great, full finish. Great job by MSJ.
Hannah Justice, the middle blocker, is a freshman for the team. She's started nearly every set. The Lions have Jasmine Butler back to serve. Butler with 16 aces and 18 errors on the season. A nice receive and able to create something out of it. Great placement from Gregg.
Yeah, she is hot right now in every shape and form. Great awareness for her to just cut that ball right across her body to that zone where that off blocker is playing, creating a lot of chaos. Right there, you can see her just place it perfectly.
This set has been close the entire way. No team building a lead greater than 3. Harrell with a big slam.
You can see her get excited about that one. That was so well executed by Rose Holman. They were in that transition play. Amaya Harrell busted her butt there to get up and be available. And you can see Jillian Gregg just absolutely dish a dime to her.
And an ace follows it up. That is probably the 3rd or 4th service ace this set for Rose Holman. And it leads to a timeout. So during this break, we will take the chance to tell you about Boilermaker Local 374. Boilermakers Local 374 represents highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication throughout the state of Indiana. When you need a safe, dependable workforce for a new build, an upgrade, or facility maintenance, you can count on Boilermakers Union Local 374 to do your job right the first time. And Passion to Care, delivering care with more than 24 years of experience. As a prestige healthcare company, Passion to Care is driven by decades of expertise and a drive to go above and beyond. Call us today at 317-537-1811. Close second set here between Rose Holman and Mount St. Joseph in Terre Haute, Indiana. Mount St. Joseph came away with that first set. That one was also close the whole way through, but this was around the point in that first set when the Lions kind of ran with it.
Yes.
So if you're Rose Holman, how do you stick close and then come out on top in this second one?
For sure. I think feeding Jillian Gregg right now is what she needs to do, along with Desiree Beverly and Amaya Harrell. All 3 of those players are going off right now, making sure they're staying hot, and you're staying disciplined for Rose Holman. This is the point in the set that is so important to stay and keep the pace you're playing at. Very curious to see how Rose Holman responds. Looks like they did well there with that ace.
They do. They had an ace to force the timeout and then get the ace out of the timeout. And this is the rotation that Rose Holman loves. They've got Gregg on the right side, Harrell in the middle, and Beverly on the outside. A big 1-2-3 punch. Gregg's going to set this. Tipped over. Big swing from the middle. Hannah Justice has had a great day for Mount St. Joseph. Leads the team with 7 kills.
Wow. as a middle, that is very impressive. And she gets up and she has a very quick arm swing, able to just put the ball exactly where she wants. Great finish by her there.
Greg setting Harrell. Picked up well. Big swing, trying to tip it over. And a miscommunication gives Rose Holman the point. There's been a few of those where Mount St. Joseph just looks like they're not quite on the same page.
Yes, and I think part of that is Rose Holman is doing a great job mixing up their offense. In that first set, they went to Amaya Harrell a lot, creating a lot of predictability. This second set, they have done a great job being diverse in their sets, which is creating a lot of chaos on MSJ's side.
Harrell with a tip, picked up by Wilking. And again, a little miscommunication intended for Hannah Justice. But she can't get it over the net, and it forces another timeout. So we will take a quick break. Rose Holman leading Mount St. Joseph 19-16 on RHIT.TV.
Anxious over algebra? Call Ask Rose, the free science and math homework helpline. It's free world-class tutoring. Just call, chat, email, or screen share. Learn more at AskRose.org. Confused by chemistry? Call Ask Rose, the free science and math homework helpline. It's free world-class tutoring. Just call, chat, email, or screen share. Learn more at AskRose.org.
Welcome back. Rose Holman taking on Mount St. Joseph. Rose Holman coming off a loss to the 8th-ranked Washington University. Lost in straight sets. At 11 set points in the third set, led 24-16, but they just could not quite close it out. They're trying to close out the second set here against Mount St. Joseph, who's coming off of a tournament in Michigan. It was Calvin's tournament. Mount St. Joseph, they took down Carroll, and then they also beat Kenyon College, but then they lost to the host. They played very well against the Kenyon College Owls, sweeping them, then barely won a 5-set thriller against Carroll and got swept by Calvin. So MSJ looking for some momentum back here in the HCAC conference. And Ebright starting out with an error. That's not how you got to come out of a break.
No, that's exactly what you don't want to do, as it gives all the momentum back to your opposing side.
Mount St. Joseph, this is the most they've trailed in this match so far. They've got Wilking back to serve. It's a good one. Greg, OC, and Wilking there for the dig. And off the pin goes Sicking. So Rose Holman, the first to the red zone in this second set. That's going to be very important for them.
It is.
But Amaya Harrell coming out now. That's going to hurt.
Yes.
She has been absolute lightning today. Has 5 kills, 18 attempts.
Wow.
That is so much for a middle.
It really is.
And another point for Rose Holman. Dottie unable to get that over.
And it looks like MSJ is really struggling with that middle connection, kind of like we have talked about. I love them trying to establish it. It looks like they may be trying to force it a little bit too much, which is why they're having so many errors in that regard.
Big swing on the right side, picked up by the Fightin' Engineers. OC can't put it down cross court. A great dig. Joust at the net, won by the Fightin' Engineers. And that's got to be an advantage. Have a middle blocker out on the outside to win that joust.
Absolutely. That's one perk. And again, Kira OC, a very versatile player, being able to go from the middle to an outside in terms of blocking and in terms of hitting is a very difficult thing to do, and she is doing it very well.
Second error, since the break. And Rose Holman keeping MSJ in this second set. Trying to wipe away bad memories from that third set loss against Washington University when they had 11 set points. Greg keeping things alive, but a good chance now for the Lions. Sicking into the block, and somehow gets back on the side of MSJ. Sicking will try again. Greg, right side, put down cross court.
Great job by Jillian Gregg there. And again, both of these setters are so versatile, being able to hit and then also just being able to dish out perfect opportunities for your offense is very hard to do.
First kill of the night for Julia Vamus. She's had 6 tries, but just hasn't been able to find that pop. She did on that one. 2 points away are the Fightin' Engineers from taking this second set. Gregg now hitting off the block. What a save from Butler. And put down on the outside by Hannah Graves.
That's a great swing.
MSJ, they aren't going away, trying to find any little bit of hope they can. Quick to the middle, great block. And the Fightin' Engineers able to get it over. Sicking.
That's a great swing. You can see her just put her entire body into that swing. And even Lily Ebright couldn't quite get to that one.
And so that'll force a timeout for the Fightin' Engineers. Gives us a chance to tell you about Make a Difference. Help us put more student athletes on TV by logging on to IndianaSRN.org, add directing your donation to a specific school, or hit the donate button. More games, more opportunities for our kids. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat. And Piper Logistics, for more than 2 decades, the seasoned professionals at Piper Logistics have consistently been a trusted allies for all your inventory management, warehouse fulfillment, and transportation needs. We stand as your comprehensive logistics partner. Ride with us. Call today at 317-396-1023. Rose Holman 2 points away from taking this second set, but the Lions creeping into the red zone.
Yes.
It is crunch time.
Absolutely. You do not want to make an error if you are Rose Holman. Also, expect that ball to be going to the outside to Emma Stickling. She has been doing a great job of putting the ball down and creating a lot of chaos for Rose Holman. So Rose Holman have got to be aware of where she's at and get a good established double block up on her to shut her down.
Sicking has had 26 kills already tonight, 26 tries, only 5 kills. But nevertheless, they are feeding her a ton. And a great serve. Hannah Graves getting the ace. And Rose Holman just not quite aware of the flight of that one, but so hard to see. Ebright having to set this one. OC can't get it down cross court. Joust, nice dig. Gregg unable to get it past the block. Here's Sicking, and a nice dig by Ebright. Gregg going with a tip, and a nice dig by Wilking. Ehrman wanting OC. Long rally for these two teams. Quick to the middle. Sydney Dottie.
A lot of discipline for MSJ right there.
And forces yet another timeout. We will take a break with both of these teams coming down to the wire in the second set.
Are you an active athlete looking for enhanced performance, comfort, and recovery? Then Skins is the perfect choice for you. Our revolutionary sports compression product provides better oxygen flow in your muscles, helps reduce fatigue and pain from intense physical activity, allowing athletes to push their boundaries and perform better.
Skins helps keep everything, including you, on track.
So don't wait any longer. Get your Skins now and experience unbeatable performance.
Take your game to the next level with Skins.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger. It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
Welcome back to Rose Holman coming out of the timeout. We're at 23-22.
Second set coming down to the wire here between these two HCAC teams. Both sides in their third conference game of the season. Rose-Hulman 1-1 in conference play. MSJ a perfect 2-0. Ehrman to Greg. Now Sicking will tip it. Greg there to keep it alive. And off the block goes Osi. Important point there for Rose-Hulman.
Yeah, that was a great shot there, right off the hands of the blockers of MSJ. Great job. And now you have Desiree Beverly in the front. Look for her to finish this off.
Butler wanting Sicking, going cross court, and it gets a good bounce off the high hands of Rose-Hulman. This team not going away.
No.
Just grinding through this second set, trying to bring it back even.
Yeah. Both of these teams have a lot of grit in them. I mean, that's exactly what you want to see.
And Jordan Birdsong, the sophomore from Cincinnati, will go back to serve. 3 aces, 4 errors on the season. Gregg off the block, and Jillian Gregg will end the second set. Rose-Hulman ties things up at 1 set apiece against the projected second-ranked MSJ Lions. And so we will go to a quick break. We've got a good one here in Terre Haute on RHIT.TV.
If there is one thing wrong in your aircraft, you're gonna fail it. Finding the right answer and trying again, that's really what dragged me to aerospace. This is a 3D printed airplane which I made over my freshman year at Rose-Hulman that can be radio controlled and flown. I saw other people making amazing stuff on 3D printers, and I thought if I combine that art of 3D printing with engineering, I could make something as complex as an airplane. So I got the idea as a sophomore in high school, and I just tried. I did it. I failed a couple times, but it all changed when I came to Rose-Hulman. I got in touch with Dr. Riley, who is an aerospace and ME professor, who really asked me great questions about the concepts of my design. So pursuing such project as a freshman, it just lets me feel amazing that I have still 3 years to do something much more complex than this, and it will lead me much further.
We've got a close one here in Terre Haute, Indiana. The Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers and the Mount St. Joseph Lions tied up at 1 set apiece. My name's Graham Nash alongside Hannah Corey. Thank you for joining us today. That's an intense HCAC matchup between both of these sides. For Rose-Hulman, Jillian Gregg has been stunning leading this team.
She has 8 assists, 7 kills, doing a great job leading this team. As a setter, she is leading the team in kills right now with 7. That is very, very impressive. You can see Rose-Hulman knows it. Their setter is feeding her the ball right now, which is exactly what you need.
She is the Rose-Hulman points leader this season, around the 220 mark. And for Mount St. Joseph, they have been led by Hannah Justice, the middle blocker from Dayton, Ohio, a freshman, might we add. She has 7 kills on 11 tries, hitting around the 360 mark.
That's very, very, very good.
She's got 2 block assists to go along with it. She has been all over this floor. And then we will, of course, check in with our Lily Ebright tracker. 18 digs, so only 7 in that second set.
Which is kind of surprising.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious to say that MSJ may be going away from her.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you have Lily Ebright back there who is known to get 10-plus digs per set. She's doing a great job. MSJ, though, doing a solid effort to not get the ball to her.
Ebright, a 3-time Defensive Player of the Week this season in the HCAC Conference, a 2-time HCAC Defensive Player of the Year, and she is only a junior, so she came into this conference, and she was her.
Lit it up.
She lit it up. That's exactly right. Third set starting here between the Fountain Engineers and the Lions. Butler, quick set, nice dig by Ebright. She's right back on the board. Butler wanting Sicking this time, going cross court and gets a friendly bounce off the tape.
Nice job there. I will note, though, MSJ has made some shifts in their lineup. Number 25 out there, Ava Maxwell, previously was wearing that other libero jersey as a serving specialist. You can see now that she is in there playing some defense for MSJ.
Great swing by Gregg on this right side. She continues her dominance. And yeah, interesting that MSJ has not felt comfortable with their defense up to this point. You can see Lauren Silbernagel on the sidelines now wearing that second libero jersey.
Curious to see how that'll play out in this set.
Butler looking for Sicking. Tip down the line. Miscommunication, but kept alive for the moment. Great diving save by Ellie Harshini.
Yeah, Rose Holman is all over the place. They tend to not give up on a ball no matter where it is in the court. Something that's very hard to teach.
Yeah, and something that's really hard to play against.
Absolutely.
Think you've got them in a corner, and all of a sudden, they're in a great spot. An ace for Butler. That is her 17th of the season. And Jasmine Butler, she's been fantastic this season for Mount St. Joseph. Leads the HCAC in assists with 695.
It's very impressive.
Gregg goes cross court, but Butler picks it up. Out of system swing, and Ebright there. Beverly into the block. And a monstrous save by Hannah Justice for MSJ. Justice, a freshman from Dayton, Ohio. That middle blocker position that has been a little thin for the Lions this season. But she's putting on a great show here tonight.
She is.
Gregg can't find it cross court. And a tip finds the campfire.
That's a great tip. Believe she has not done that all night. Aubrey Miranda, number 26 there. Great awareness. Just get up, tip the ball right over the net. She has been swinging at every single ball. Rose Holman expecting a good hard swing, and she just tips it right over.
5th kill of the day for Miranda. Overpass put down by Justice.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say she's coming out firing.
She is. And those overpasses as a middle are like the best thing on the planet. As a former middle, you just get up and you get so excited.
Yeah, you would know.
Yes.
You have experience in that. Service ace there from MSJ, giving Rose Holman the chance to put Ebright back to serve. Or, excuse me, Cuddly back to serve. And bring back in Amaya Harrell.
That's what you want in your front row right now. Looks like you've got Gregg, Beverly, and Harrell. Great options to have.
Harrell with 5 kills on the day. Great save there from Ebright. But right into the net goes Beverly.
And that was a tough swing for her there. You could see Rose Holman kind of out of sorts there on that out of system play. She just kind of had to do her best to try to get it over the net there.
Nice tip from Harrell. And she gets right back on the board after subbing in.
That was a beautiful tip. I for sure thought she was going to go up and absolutely pound that ball. At the last second, you see her just drop her elbow there and just tip right over the net.
Fantastic placement. Butler came flying in for the Lions, but she couldn't get underneath it. Butler quick to the middle. What a save by Ebright. And Rose Holman just having to get it over. Great try here for the Lions. And miscommunication on the tip. Another free chance. Right side. Too much cut.
What a save by Lily Ebright. And the reason she does that is because she reads the play so well. Her ability to know exactly where her opponent's hitters are going to go is just unmatched.
I think Lily Ebright might have heard us. 18 digs in the first 2 sets, 4 already in this third after she only had 7 in that second set.
And then you see Cadilly back there reading that tip so beautifully, leading to that perfect transition play.
Rose Holman starting to find a little bit of a groove in this third set.
Yeah, right there you can see her just dig up, and Amaya Harrell, great awareness, just push it over on 2.
Butler trying to get the Lions back on track, but goes into the block. Gregg wanting Beverly, and a nice swing from Desiree Beverly. She has got her 5th kill of the day.
She's doing a great job of mixing up her shots. Was a little quiet in that second set.
Yeah.
Already off to a really great start in the third.
That second set pretty much belonged to Jillian Gregg.
Yes.
She was dominant on the right side, but Beverly's starting to get going a little bit here. Harrell, a thunderous smash. Unbelievable.
She is so impressive. You can right there, she did such great footwork to get herself up to put a double block up, and then you see her just transition so well using great footwork to get herself to that ball.
An error from Ebright will give a point right back to MSJ. Funniest part about that point was Harrell was shaking off her hand afterwards.
Yeah.
She hit it too hard. Had to shake it free a little bit.
Wonder what that's like.
Yeah, I'm there with you. Tight third set to start things off. A 1-1 tie. Beverly, big swing on that outside. And really coming alive in this third set.
Yeah, she had something to say about that swing. You can see her put every ounce of strength she had into that swing.
And Kira Osi will come back in for Beverly.
Absolutely just ripped the ball.
Osi, the freshman from Chicago, Illinois. Nice swing through the block there from Aubrey Miranda.
She has an arm to her. As a freshman, she just gets up with no fear and just rips that ball. Very impressive for only being a freshman.
Miranda has had 10-plus kills in the last 5 games for this Mount St. Joseph team. And she has been so efficient while doing it. 6 games where she's hit at 300 or above.
Wow.
3 where she's hit 400 or above.
That's very impressive.
Slide dug by Ebright. She's had a very active third set. And another one there. Rose Holman keeping it alive. Right back to Graves, who hits the pin. And those are the type of rallies that can just really bring up your confidence.
Yes, especially for Rose Holman. When you see Lily Ebright there just covering so much ground on the court, and then you can see the backup. I believe it was from Jillian Gregg. Just hustling, just getting the ball there, trying to reset the point, and ultimately leading in them, forcing MSJ to make the error.
Harshini serving for Rose Holman. Big swing out of the middle, bounces around. The Fighting Engineers able to keep the point alive. What a dig. Rose Holman not out of it yet. Circus play here in Terre Haute. Ebright, another fantastic dig. Oshie unable to get it down. Out of system, Osi again. And the rally comes to a close with Dottie.
Wow. I mean, even though Rose Holman lost that point, they are given every single point their all. And that is all you can ask for when you're a team. They did so well there that set, or that point.
So many digs this third set for Rose-Hulman. That is how they thrive. And there, Ebright getting a hand on it, but Rose-Hulman unable to keep it alive. Rose-Hulman is 9th in Division III in total digs.
Wow.
At 1,522.
That's very impressive.
That is a very high number.
What, over 500 of that is probably Ebright?
Yeah, around 600 belong to Lily Ebright. Harshini gingerly walking to the sideline.
Yeah. Looks like she might have busted her knee a little bit there.
Yeah, she was going back for that ball that Ebright hit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's getting wrapped up there. Looks like she'll be all right.
While they take time to wrap up Harshini, we will tell you about Piper Logistics. For more than 2 decades, the seasoned professionals at Piper Logistics have consistently been the trusted allies for all your inventory management, warehouse fulfillment, and transportation needs. We stand as your comprehensive logistics partner. Ride with us. Call today at 317-396-1023. Close third set here at Rose-Hulman. Greg wanting OC off the block, but the Lions unable to get underneath it.
They were so close to getting to that ball. Rose-Hulman's doing a nice job of creeping back into the set.
OC on that outside has done a good job coming in and making an impact. She has 4 kills now on 24 tries. Free try, Ehrman to Greg. Now Sicking. Ebright able to keep it alive, but not much happening after that.
The hustle from Rose-Hulman is insane.
Yeah.
It is insane. And even though they're not converting those into points, it is creating such a mental strain for MSJ. When a team is just getting touch after touch on everything you're throwing at them, it becomes so hard and such a mental battle to still swing and try to put a lot of heat in the ball.
Service error from Sydney Dottie. That is her 13th of the season. She actually leads the team in service aces coming into this game with 25, but just couldn't quite find that one, so it gives Rose-Hulman the side out. And Kira Osi will go back to serve for the Fighting Engineers. Huge swing, but a bigger block.
Wow.
Jillian Gregg.
That's a great swing by Emma Sicking. She just got up and put everything she had into that ball, and Jillian Gregg was so close there. She just got to get her hands around the ball slightly more, and that's a roof every time.
And another service error, back-to-back service errors for Mount St. Joseph. And that block assist there was Jillian Gregg's 3rd. 2 behind Amaya Harrell, who has 5 on the day. Cuddly with a nice serve. And Ebright with a nice dig for Rose-Hulman. Beverly down the line.
What a swing by Beverly.
She has got so much power.
She does. She just got up and turned it down the line. Great awareness, great shot selection there by her. You can see her just get up, cut it all the way down that line.
She's coming off a strong performance against Wash U, a game that was really hard for Rose-Hulman just in general, but she was a bright spot. 8 kills, hitting around 250. A good swing from Mount St. Joseph to get a point right back, retake the lead. This has been how this game has gone, just flip-flopping. No one's been able to pull away.
Yeah, and early on, I want to say it was like 7-2 MSJ. But Rose-Hulman has done such a nice job of slowly chipping away at that lead.
Too much on that from Greg. And MSJ, they will take the 2-point lead. They consistently get to around the 3, maybe 4 points up mark, but Rose-Hulman doesn't let it get more than that.
And that's exactly what you want from a team. You never want to let an opposing team go on a 2, 3, 4-point run. You know, you want to stop at that 2-3 mark.
Amaya Harrell getting another kill for her squad. Amaya Harrell, she is 4th in the HCAC in hitting percentage, coming into this game at .308. Hasn't had the most efficient performance tonight, hitting below 100, but still with 8 kills to tie for the lead in this Rose-Hulman squad. Miscue there from MSJ, and we're all tied up at 15.
This is the point of the set where you want to pull away. You want to create some distance between you and your opponent, because then it gives you that ability to kind of take a breath and just really dive into what you want to do with your offense.
MSJ was the first team to pull away at this point in that first set, but Rose-Hulman did it in the second. And the Lions wanting to be the team to do it here in the third. A nice cross-court swing for Aubrey Miranda.
Love Jasmine Butler going right back to her. Aubrey Miranda made an error on that last play. Jasmine Butler saying, hey, I trust you with this ball. Go put it down, and Aubrey Miranda did just that.
7th kill on the day for Miranda. Amaya Harrell elevates but can't find the floor. And now MSJ starting to get those feelings of pulling away a little bit. And it forces a timeout for Rose-Hulman. Gives us the chance to tell you about Dynamark. Looking to elevate your brand? Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service. And officially human, our mission is to restore respect to game officials and recognize them as authorities on the fields and courts. Do your part, practice good sportsmanship. If we don't have officials, we can't play. And IndianaSRN sports page, wall-to-wall sports news every day. High school, college, pro sports, we have it all. Check it out at IndianaSRN.org and click on the sports page tab. Stay informed with the IndianaSRN sports page. Close third set here between the Lions and the Fightin' Engineers. Mount St. Joseph starting to create a little bit of distance here from the Fightin' Engineers. And when you are Rose-Hulman in this position, when you're starting to see that Mount St. Joseph is gaining momentum, how do you try to stop them?
First and foremost, I think making sure you're getting a good pass out of serve receive. After that, just run your offense. Rose-Hulman's done such a great job of mixing up their sets, of going to Beverly, then going to Harrell, and then to Ehrman, or whoever it is, right? They've been doing a great job of making sure they're being diverse. I think just playing how you know how you can play.
Harrell gets an important kill. That is who they want to go to if they can.
Absolutely. In a position where they get a good pass, they have got to feed Harrell. She does such a good job of putting a ball away and making sure she's creating opportunities for her team to score. And she just jumps so high. From that angle, it looked like her chest was practically over the net.
Yeah. She is the first to double-digit kills for Rose-Hulman in this game. And it's backed up by a Lily Ebright ace. That is her third of the day. The Fightin' Engineers, that is their 7th. They have done a good job of putting those serves in tough spots. Yeah. Mount St. Joseph, they only have 3 aces on the day. Big swing from Miranda. She has done a great job of getting more involved late in this third set.
She has.
That is her 8th kill of the day. Feels like 3 or 4 of those are in this third set alone.
Would have to agree with you there. She just gets up and rips the ball. Again, being a lefty gives you such a different look at the net on the right side. She just gets up and rips the ball, which is exactly what you need.
Gregg going near side, but it's put into the net by Vamus. Vamus, that is her 7th try of the day. Only been able to get 1 kill, but they are trying to feed her more on this right side when Gregg is in the back row. OC Can't get it down cross court. Big block up front by Harrell. OC having to tip it over. Joust. And Rose Holman will get the point. Fighting Engineers sticking in that for the long haul.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you, though. It seems that both of these teams tend to go on about a 1-2 point run, and then it flips to their team going on a 1-2 point run. At this point in the set, one team has got to pull away if they want to end it at 25.
Both teams battling to get to the red zone first. Harshini back to serve. Butler and a miscue from Graves on this outside.
I like what she was trying to do there. She identified that there was a double block up in front of her. She tried to just roll shot it right over the block. A little bit of a miscue there, though, by her.
So all tied up at 19. 20th point within the grasp of both sides. And it will be Rose Holman to get there first. Couple mental errors from MSJ, and it will take a timeout, and we will take that one with them. Closing out this third set between Rose Holman and Mount St. Joseph, 20-19 on RHIT.TV.
So my goal is to get involved in space industry and learn about what lies beyond the Earth's horizon. I came across Rose Rocketry. I saw, hey, they're doing some really cool stuff. They're building rockets. I really grew a lot being as part of the team. Last year, through Rose Rocketry, I was able to attend SED's Space Vision 2022, which was a student conference for people who want to get involved in space. And I was able to go to Washington, D.C. and talk to so many people within the space industry who come together and say, this is what the next goals for space are. Being at Rose, I was able to hone my engineering skills to push myself to get involved in the field further and learn about all these different opportunities. And I don't think I would have really gotten that at a bigger university.
(20-19) here at Terre Haute. And it has been close the entire way through. Mount St. Joseph taking the first set. Rose Holman taking the second. And the Mount St. Joseph Lions, they have been very strong this season when winning the first set. They have a 5-3 record. But the Fighting Engineers trying to flip the script on them today. Too much on the tip there from Sydney Dottie. And Rose Holman finding a groove now that they're entering the red zone.
Yeah.
And Ellie Harshini back to serve for the third consecutive point. Nearly an ace, but the Lions able to get it over. Greg to OC. And miscue near side from Hannah Graves.
Yeah, MSJ just making some silly errors right now, causing themselves and just giving Rose Holman all of the momentum.
3-point lead for Rose Holman in an ever so important third set. They call another timeout for Mount St. Joseph, so we will tell you about Indiana Laborers District Council, the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA. Out of this timeout, these two teams obviously going to be focusing on getting that serve over first and foremost. It'll be coming from Rose Holman's side. What does Mount St. Joseph, who is their big hitter? Who do they get it to in this position trying to claw back?
I would say their outside is going to be the person who I would want taking the ball right now. Emma Sickling is not on the floor, something to note, who is typically their go-to in these types of situations. However, MSJ has just kind of made some silly errors where they're getting really timid and they're kind of straying away from the composure we saw in the first set where they were just very relaxed and they knew what they could do with the ball. MSJ just got to kind of take a breath here, reset the point, and just do what they know how to do. I could also foresee potentially Jasmine Butler dumping the ball here. She's front row and she hasn't done it in a while. I could see that catching Rose Holman off guard.
Mount St. Joseph, they did not lose a single HCAC match last season, went a perfect 9-0 to get that top spot in the conference. And they've started out 2-0 this season. Rose Holman trying to put that first one up in the loss column. But not if Sydney Dottie has anything to say about it. Using the block there, really nice placement.
Nice job. And Emma Sickling back in the lineup now for MSJ. Rose Holman's got to identify that and realize that she is going to get the majority of the sets when they're down.
Sickling leading the HCAC in kills this season. OC can't get the tip to work. Sickling into the block. Big swing right side. Doug and the Lions in it. Out of system Ebright, setting OC. And dug by Wilking. Quick to the middle. Ebright gets a hand on it. But Sydney Doty with a lot of power.
That was a great job there by Jasmine Butler to set her middle. I think everybody in the gym thought that ball was going to Emma Sickling.
And another timeout on the floor, this time for Rose Holman. And it is a close one again, 22-21 in the third set. These two teams jousting and battling it out here in Terre Haute. Last time Rose Holman was up in the red zone, they closed out the set, but they are bringing in some bad memories from their last game against Washington University, the 8th-ranked team in Division III. They were up 24-16 in a third set, but then lost it 29-27. Lost 11 set points.
That's tough.
They were able to wipe that out of their mind in the last set, as they did close it out, even though MSJ was charging.
One thing I've noticed about Rose Holman is that they can get to a point where they're like, oh, we're so close to winning, and then maybe withdraw their intensity. Would love to see them here just keep their foot on that gas pedal. See, we are not letting the set go further. We are ahead by 1 point right now. We have got to get this side out and just put a ball down. Be confident in our ability to just get up and rip a ball. They have the tools to do it. They have the mental capacity, or excuse me, the mental shift has just got to occur to where they're going. All right, lights out, let's go.
So the Lions will serve coming out of the break. It's Graves. Gregg, quick to the middle, but picked up. And the Lions get it over, stay alive. OC, great placement, making it hard on Wilking. Ebright with a nice dig. Great rally here between these two teams in the red zone. Big block up front on Sicking, and Sicking again off speed. Butler putting it over on the far side. She is so aggressive as a setter.
She is, and wow, her awareness there to see that back corner wide open is elite volleyball.
All tied up at 22. Nice serve. Rose Holman able to get it over. Sicking, huge smash, but a huge dig. Oshie off the tape, and it works for the Fightin' Engineers. Not how you draw it up, but you take the point.
Absolutely. At this point, you take what you can get.
And Ehrman will come in and go back to serve. So now a good spot for Rose Holman as Jillian Gregg is back in the front row.
Was a spot to note that. Look for that ball to go to her a lot late in this third set.
8 kills for Gregg. Butler to Sicking. And too much on that. The sophomore with so much power, but is not able to get that spin on top of the ball.
Not a bad miss, though. Looked like she was trying to go for high hands there.
Set point for Rose Holman. Butler, Sicking. Off the hands, and it will be set to Rose Holman. Jillian Gregg taking home this third set. Rose Holman leading 2-1 now.
Wow.
And we will take a break. Absolute cinema here in Terre Haute on RHIT.TV.
So I started working on Babcock Ranch 16 years ago. we designed a sustainable community that is also storm resilient, and also it has a ton of flood control associated with it. It has 75 megawatt solar facilities on site, which will cover the entire 18,000 acre community. In September of 2022, we had Hurricane Ian. We had 150 mile an hour sustained winds for about 10 hours and 21 inches of rain. Babcock really had little to no damage at all. We were the only place in a 2-county area that had any electric or any available drinking water that did not need to be boiled. And Rose really prepares you to go out, think outside the box, and problem solve. And I think for any major at Rose-Hulman, that's what you're getting. You have the ability to go out and create something new and innovate and change the way that we live as humans today.
Are you an active athlete looking for enhanced performance, comfort, and recovery? Then Skins is the perfect choice for you. Our revolutionary sports compression product provides better oxygen flow in your muscles, helps reduce fatigue and pain from intense physical activity, allowing athletes to push their boundaries and perform better.
Skins helps keep everything, including you, on track.
So don't wait any longer. Get your Skins now and experience unbeatable performance.
Take your game to the next level with Skins.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger. It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
We're doing things so quickly. A lot of times we know that we need help. So our professors all know us by name.
Basically, everybody knows everybody here.
That one-on-one personal connection you're getting with the faculty, you don't get that a lot of places.
We're not just saying, here, go do this hard project. We are right there with them. We work with them.
The faculty are there for you.
Make a difference. Help us put more student athletes on TV by logging on to IndianaSRN.org, add directing your donation to a specific school, or hit the donate button. More games, more opportunities for our kids. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front seat. Good match here between the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers and the Mount St. Joseph Lions. Rose-Hulman leading Mount St. Joseph 2-1. And it was a fantastic third set. Rose-Hulman just squeaking it out. Their offense has been fantastic today.
They have been. And overall, Rose-Hulman has done such a nice job staying in the match. Even when they're down, they have no quit in them. Their ability to just chase the ball down and stay in a play is phenomenal. And they are a solid team who can compete with really good teams like MSJ. Would love to see them come out with that same mentality of, hey, let's go. Foot on the gas. Let's show MSJ what we've got.
Amaya Harrell of Rose-Hulman and Hannah Justice and Emma Sicking of MSJ leading today with 10 kills each. They have been fantastic, especially Justice and Harrell, the two middle blockers, who are just getting so many chances.
They are, and Amaya Harrell has 25 attempts. That is unheard of for a middle blocker, but when you have such a versatile player like her, I would expect nothing less than their setters to feed her.
Quick point for MSJ as Hannah Graves' serve goes off the tape. That's a good way to start for the Lions. MSJ won that first set, and Rose-Hulman won the next two.
And MSJ will not go away.
Ehrman quick to Osi, and a nice swing. Kira Osi has played the majority of the day in the outside position, but that time going from the middle.
I actually love that play. Because she is a middle blocker, at heart, she can get up on that really quick set to do that. She is playing on the outside, but they're using her in that rotation as a middle blocker.
Osi with a good serve there, getting the free chance for Rose-Hulman. Nice dig from Wilking. And mistimed by Justice. We've seen quite a few of those where MSJ just not quite having the correct timing for the plays to the middle or miscommunicating a little bit. Seems like they just don't quite have their A game.
Would agree with you on that one.
Butler unable to get it over safely. So Rose-Hulman off to a fiery start in this fourth set. If they were to come away with a win, they would be taking down an MSJ team that is projected to finish second in the conference and who did not lose a single HCAC match last season. Nice swing. Emma Sicking had to be to get this team back in this set.
That's a great swing. Great awareness, too, from her to realize that block for Rose-Hulman was sucked way, way far in, giving her so much cross-court to hit. She just takes it.
Sicking third in the HCAC in points this season, around the 250 mark. Beverly not going anything with that cross-court shot, but down for Sicking again.
She had something to say about that one.
Absolutely elevating.
Yeah, and you can see her there, see that seam in the block so well. Rose-Hulman's middle was a little late to close, and she took that seam and ripped the ball.
Off the block goes Greg, and Sicking can't get it through Ebright. Beverly down the line.
That is a great heads-up play by Beverly. Her entire body was facing cross-court. Everybody in the gym probably thought she was going to rip that down this cross, and you can see her just there at the last second turn her shoulder, get over top of that ball, and rip it so well down the line.
And now Rose-Hulman in their favorite spot where they've got Harrell in the middle, Greg on the right side, and Beverly on the outside. What a dig there from Cuddly to keep this point alive for the Fightin' Engineers. Big block. Joust won by MSJ.
Way to stay in the point for MSJ. You could see both teams going out for that joust. MSJ ultimately coming up with the victory on there.
The Lions haven't been the strongest on the road this season, only 1-4 when playing on the road. And Rose-Hulman taking full advantage of them not being as comfortable in opposing gyms. Butler to Sicking, undeniable on the outside.
She is heating up for MSJ. She is not going to go down without a fight. Right there, you can see her just rip that 4-4 shot, left front to left front, and just absolutely killer shot.
And it seems like she just does such a good job of waiting for the middle to get over and then cuts it right inside.
Yes.
And it's so impressive, the patience. Beverly can't get it cross court, but it works off the hands of Wilking. Wilking was in good position.
Yeah.
But she just couldn't quite get the right contact there.
Yeah, you can see her there just kind of turn her body a little too much at the last second. She's right there for that dig. I'm sure she'll make that adjustment.
Butler, nice swing from Miranda. Beverly can't find the off speed. Now Sicking not on time. Too hard from the sophomore, but hit so hard.
Yeah. I mean, she just has an arm to her. She just gets up and puts everything she has into that ball.
Nice serve from Greg. And a free chance here for Rose-Hulman. Amaya Harrell, quick set, but what a save. And Beverly with a swing. Rally building. Beverly into a block. Butler to Sicking. And Greg picking it up out of system now, Rose-Hulman. Into a block again, and that's enough to get the point. Julia Vamus with a good swing, but just not enough.
Yeah, both teams playing such good volleyball right now. Fourth set, do or die for MSJ and Rose-Hulman not wanting this to go to a fifth set. We are seeing some really, really good volleyball.
Miscommunication and a tough serve receive for Ebright. And Jim goes silent as Amaya Harrell took a tough spill, but she's up and all right. Great sign for Rose Holman. She is one of your best attackers at this point. Beverly with the tip. And Mount St. Joseph with fantastic defense. And that was a double hit. Referees took a second to realize. But Rose Holman's side pleading their case.
They knew what they were calling.
Yeah. Ebright will go back to serve. She's had 2 aces already here today. Ebright, nice dig, but an overpass and put down by Doty.
Again, when you see that ball coming over to you as a middle, there is nothing better. Your eyes get so big and you just get so excited to put that ball down. Lily Ebright almost making a perfect dig on that swing though.
Ebright with 30 digs on this contest. Great save there from Harrell after the overpass. OC can't get it down cross court. Miranda with a monster slam. Aubrey Miranda.
Yeah, she has such good footwork to get herself to a ball and will just rip it. Great job by her.
9 kills for the freshman from Medina, Ohio. Great serve and an ace for Sydney Doughty. And MSJ clearly coming out with a little bit more momentum in this 4th set.
Absolutely. And again, MSJ is a team that will not let you go down without a fight. Would love to see Rose Holman just kind of take a breath here, dime a pass, and run their offense.
Big swing from Harrell and a good way there for Rose Holman to get back to their pace of play.
Would agree with you. Amaya Harrell, again, just elevates so high on her attacks. I think her chest is practically over that net, and that is hard to do. You can see her just get up, and she has every single shot she could possibly want when she's up there.
The bad news for Rose Holman is Harrell now out on the bench. Miranda with a big swing. A nice block by Rose Holman. And a huge individual effort from Hannah Justice. Wow.
You can see Hannah Justice there get very excited after that point. You can see her there read that all the way and jump up, read the ball, and you can even see her kind of give a little stare back there to Rose Holman.
4th block assist of the day for Justice. And she is feeling it there in that middle blocker position. The freshman from Dayton, Ohio. Greg to OC. Nice save by Maxwell. Greg, right side off a block. Rose Holman still staying in it. Butler, quick to the middle. And the Fighting Engineers not going away. One of the best dig teams in the country. And there's another one. Greg, OC. Mount St. Joseph staying alive. Off a block. Unbelievable. Joust at the net, still in the air. And Ebright can't keep it alive. Hannah Graves ending the rally.
What a point. Smart here by Rose Holman to stop that momentum with the timeout.
Timeout called by Rose Holman gives us the chance to tell you about Family Source Insurance. Pat Cherry is your independent agent representing Ohio Mutual Insurance. Call him today for coverage tomorrow. 317-894-7000. And Aspen Creek Grill. Why go anywhere else for delicious food? If you're looking for amazing fresh food and servers that genuinely care about service, you have got to try Aspen Creek Grill. If you're looking for amazing fresh food and servers that genuinely care about service, you will not be disappointed. 12-8 here early in the 4th set. Rose Holman leading overall 2-1. but MSJ has come out firing in this fourth.
They have. And again, they are playing with we have nothing to lose mentality, which is working for MSJ. However, Rose Holman has got to find a way to slow down MSJ's offense. They are running it exactly how they want right now and completely dictating the match. Rose Holman has got to be a little bit better about making sure they're staying disciplined on that block, and so they can get double blocks up on those big hitters for MSJ. And then again, in defense, they are doing so well keeping a ball alive. They have just got to find a way to convert that into points.
It's been the HCAC kill leader, Emma Sicking, for Mount St. Joseph that has come alive in this fourth set. She's got 14 kills on the day, 50 attempts.
Wow.
That is unreal. They're really trying to feed her. And an ace for MSJ out of the timeout. Harshini unable to track it down.
And that's a rare error for Lily Ebright. I'm sure she's going to dime this next one.
Ebright, 31 digs on the day. Gregg to Harshini, and that is too strong. Excuse me, that was Vamus. And Vamus looking for the high hands, can't find them. So MSJ starting to pull away a little bit now in this fourth set, looking to push it to 5. Gregg, and a nice tip by Neibauer.
That was a great tip. Right over the block.
And a nice set, too, coming in low and fast. Neibauer able to just continue that momentum, basically just remove it.
Yeah, redirecting it.
Redirect, exactly.
Right here, you can see her just get up. Great gap set there, and she just tipped it right over.
Rose Holman not going away. A nice serve. And Ebright, a fantastic dig. Gregg with a tip. And now free chance for Rose Holman. Quick to the middle, too strong. Neibauer can't find it.
Lily Ebright, though, just keeping that ball alive. She is not afraid to fully sacrifice her entire body for a point. You can see her there just leap into the air to try to keep that point alive.
And there's a service error. Rose Holman now in double digits and within 5.
And again, do not credit Rose Holman out. Just because they're down 5 points in this fourth set, I have no doubt they will find a way to claw themselves back into it.
And that helps right there. An ace off the tape for Kira Osi.
Again, she is doing it all tonight. She normally plays middle blocker. We have seen her do very well in that position, and they're getting a service ace for her team.
Big swing out of the middle, but a bigger block by Neibauer.
That's a great block.
She has been fantastic as well.
She has. And she read that all the way in. You can see her there track that middle blocker and just roof.
Butler looking for Sicking. Nice dig by Osi. Beverly cutting a lot off that shot, but can't get the off speed to work. Harshini out of system. Quick to the middle, another big block by Neibauer. Gregg, Beverly, and too much cut off. That'll be a point for MSJ.
Credit Neibauer, though. She is up and pressing over that net at 6 foot. It makes it a little bit easier, but she is doing such a great job of moving pin to pin, making sure she is creating chaos for MSJ.
She has gone right at Hannah Justice, the middle blocker for MSJ. And a big block this time for the Lions. It was Sydney Dottie. Dottie coming in at 6 foot as well, the freshman from Marymount, Ohio.
No, that's a great press.
And it will force a timeout. And we will go to a break with them. MSJ and Rose Holman tied in here in the fourth set.
good engineer, a good mathematician, a good scientist can identify problems.
But in order to be a great scientist or engineer, you've got to have curiosity and you've got to have creativity, and that's what's going to set you apart.
You can't teach curiosity. You just need to encourage your student to be curious. Curious in anything that they do. Curious so that it brings out the innovations, the new ideas.
HCAC Volleyball on RHIT.TV. Rose Holman and MSJ in a showdown, looking like we could be on our way to a 5-setter. As Mount St. Joseph won the first set, Rose Holman bounced right back and won the next 2. But the Lions have been ruthless in this 4th set, currently with a 5-point advantage. And I was just going to say, Rose Holman without their star and Amaya Harrell still.
MSJ's been doing a nice job of making sure they're dictating the offense right now. Rose Holman's got to find a way to just kind of settle in and regain their composure a bit.
Ehrman to Beverly, and another big block. Sydney Dottie with a fantastic 4th set.
She has come alive. And you can see right there, she is getting some love from Emma Sicking.
Full palm on that volleyball. And an ace follows it up. Grace Wilking coming in with 17 aces. Ehrman to the middle. And Sicking unable to put it down. What a dig by Harshini. Huge smash from Dottie. Sydney Dottie finding a groove.
Come alive this 4th set. She is not going down without a fight.
She leads this squad in blocks, coming in at 42. But she's found the attack along with it. Out of system, MSJ to Sicking. And what a save by Ebright, goes diving to the floor. And Rose Holman keeping it alive for the time being. Dottie blocked at the net. Neibauer able to get a good hand up there in her face.
And here comes Amaya Harrell. This is exactly what you want for Rose Holman. Your best player in Amaya Harrell, who can just absolutely terminate a ball. Checking into the front row. Good news for Rose Holman.
MSJ already in the red zone. Rose Holman trying to get there, and they have their best piece to do so in Harrell. Sicking, huge swing, elevating so high. It is unbelievable.
Yeah.
She just hits over the block every time.
She does, and I mean, she is a great player. You can see her there just get so high and just rip through the block with her power.
MSJ trying to force 5. Ehrman to Gregg, down the line, a nice swing, but Wilking with a great dig. Ehrman, Beverly, nice dig again by MSJ. And Sicking puts it down cross court.
Sicking is doing such a great job picking apart Rose Holman's defense. She is mixing up her shots so well, which is creating a lot of chaos for Rose Holman, and they're having to really just react to what she's doing, which can be very, very hard to defend.
22 kills for Sicking. A big block up front. And a free chance now for the Lions. Sicking again with the tip. It hits the pin. Important point there for Rose Holman. But still down 8 at this point, trying to claw back. And they will check in Julia Vamus. Gregg serving. And Gregg finding the ace. Perfect placement.
Great placement. That's exactly what you need for Rose Holman. Just build some momentum here. You're not out of this 4th set. You have the upper hand by being up 2-1. Just go play volleyball.
Sicking again. What a smash!
Wow.
What did we just see?
I mean, that was an insane point there. You could just see her get up with authority and rip that ball down the line. That is a elite swing by Emma Sicking.
Miscue there on the outside from Graves. And Rose Holman now without Sicking in the game. So Rose Holman in a chance to pounce. MSJ without Sicking their star. Free chance coming for Rose Holman. Quick to the middle. Harrell can't get it down. And another free chance coming. Out of system though. OC. Cross court. A nice swing, but a nice dig. Out of system once again. Off the block and down on the floor, Aurora Schmidt.
She's checked in here late in the set. Already doing a great job.
Schmidt trying to bring a little spark to this Rose Holman team, the freshman from Carmel, Indiana.
She actually played at the club I coached for last season.
Oh, there you go. She's got a very good swing.
She does.
And a service error from Ebright, just narrowly can't go over off the tape. And MSJ 1 point away from forcing 5. Third HCAC match of the year for both sides. Greg, OC, off the hands, out of system now for MSJ. And put down by Miranda. 5 sets to determine the winner between the Lions and the Fightin' Engineers. And
Love
so
it.
we will go to a break, coming down to the wire here on RHIT.TV.
If there is one thing wrong in your aircraft, you're gonna fail it. Finding the right answer and trying again, that's really what dragged me to aerospace. This is a 3D printed airplane which I made over my freshman year at Rose Holman that can be radio controlled and flown. I saw other people making amazing stuff on 3D printers, and I thought if I combine that art of 3D printing with engineering, I could make something as complex as an airplane. So I got the idea as a sophomore in high school, and I just tried. I did it. I failed a couple times, but it all changed when I came to Rose Holman. I got in touch with Dr. Riley, who is an aerospace and ME professor, who really asked me great questions about the concepts of my design. So pursuing such project as a freshman, it just lets me feel amazing that I have still 3 years to do something much more complex than this, and it will lead me much further.
Maximum Volleyball in Terre Haute, Indiana. Rose Holman and Mount St. Joseph tied up at 2 sets apiece. It has been Unbelievable volleyball between both sides. For Mount St. Joseph, Emma Sicking was fantastic.
I mean, that swing she had there, I'm still speechless about it. I mean, she just got up and absolutely just crushed the ball. She is leading the match right now with 18 kills. Look for her to come in this 5th set, also very, very hot. Rose Holman has got to be aware that she is their hot hitter right now and shut her down. They've done a great job of doing that the first 3 sets. That 4th set, they kind of let her get hot, which is why MSJ was able to pull away so big in that 4th set. Would love to see Rose Holman shut her down.
Sicking is 4 attempts away from matching a season high of 63 tries.
Wow.
That is unbelievable. The Emily Lonsdott of MSJ.
No kidding.
She has been unreal. And for Rose Holman, it has been Amaya Harrell who's been fantastic. 11 kills on the day out of that middle position. They need to get her going quickly here if they want to win this 5th set.
Would agree with you. I'm curious to see if they're going to put in Aurora Schmidt this set. She came in, got that really good kill late in the 4th. Curious to see if Rose Holman will keep her in.
And for Rose Holman as well, Lily Ebright has been fantastic. 35 digs.
What's new?
What is new?
She is just so good back there, sacrificing her body point after point. I don't get why she just isn't covered in ice at this point.
She had a tough road trip to Transylvania and Washington U. Only 17 and 18 digs in those 2 games, but in the game before that here at home, 58.
Yeah.
A school high.
Crazy. You can
see
a good look at her there, high-fiving her teammates, getting locked in for this 5th set. As a reminder, too, this set will only go to 15 points. Win by 2. So you have got to come out hot and get an early lead going. You cannot start off slow in the 5th set.
Mount St. Joseph coming out with all that momentum from the 4th set, and they have the serve. Hannah Graves will be back to deal the damage. Keep an eye out for number 9 in yellow, Emma Sicking, and number 6 in red, Amaya Harrell, the 2 big hitters for these squads. Quick to Osi in the middle, but dug by Wilking. Sicking, off speed, dug again. And Gregg taking a swing. Butler to the middle, and Justice. She will get another kill. She had a fantastic last set as well.
She did. She came up with some really big blocks and some really good swings there. You can see her get a little bit lucky there with that net clip just falling right over.
Good serve. Forcing Rose Holman. And Amaya Harrell going down again. She's a little banged up.
Yeah.
Went down earlier in the 4th set, but has stayed in.
Right.
Yeah. Continues to stay in. Looks like she's shaking it off. Rose Holman without Hannah Bergfeld today. She has been fantastic for them all season. So the Fighting Engineers already without an important piece. Can't lose Amaya Harrell. Once again, Hannah Justice. So impressive out of the middle position.
She is, and MSJ is doing a great job right now establishing that middle blocker as a threat, which is then going to give Emma Sickling a one-on-one opportunity to go up and rip the ball again.
MSJ graduated their 2 middle blockers from last season and have yet to really establish that position. But Hannah Justice looking like she is doing so here today. Rose Holman off to a tough start in this 5th set. Graves still back to serve. Another good short one. Harrell, big swing, but can't put it down. Sicking, too strong, and Rose Holman is on the board. An important first point there.
Yes. Rose Holman's got to find a way now to string on some points.
Desiree Beverly checking back in. She's an important piece for Rose Holman on the outside. Beverly 1 kill away from double digits on the day. Butler wanting Sicking. Off the block and out of bounds. And it is confirmed, point for MSJ.
Rose Holman saying they did not touch the ball. Let's take another look at it. From that angle, it does look like Rose Holman touched the ball.
It was Jillian Gregg. She looked awfully confused when the call was made, but it stands 5-1 now, MSJ. And a block off into the pin. It'll be another Mount St. Joseph point. And forcing a timeout for Rose Holman. Gives us a chance to tell you about Clean Slate. Find your future in the cloud. We're a technology consulting firm specializing in custom-built modern applications and products that deliver greater agility, faster speed to innovation, and the resiliency to handle whatever the future throws your way. Call us today at 866-885-3249. And Wheeler Mission, for over 125 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community, providing help, hope, and healing to people in need. You can volunteer today at 317-686-6239. Mount St. Joseph already back on the floor out of this timeout. They've come out to a firing start, and Rose Holman looks like they've just been a little bit out of sorts trying to bring it back in. They have been trying to get involved in Maya Harrell. It hasn't really gone the way they've wanted it to. So now do you try to get maybe Beverly or Greg involved more?
Absolutely. At this point, you are down 5 points in the fifth set. That is a big deficit for a fifth set. MSJ has all the momentum right now. You can see they're very composed right now, and they're dictating the match. Rose Holman has got to find a way to get a good pass here and run their offense. MSJ has been serving them short, trying to get Amaya Harrell out of the offensive scheme. They've got to recognize that.
Grace Wilkins serving. It's a good one, but a nice receive from Rose Holman to keep it alive. Too strong from Beverly. And the struggles continue for the hitters of Rose Holman. Just not quite finding it. But they have been so solid this entire match. Feels like it's just a matter of time before it comes back. Question is, do they have the time? Ehrman bump set. Beverly can't get it over.
Yeah, Rose Holman is getting served short. They have got to recognize that. They're getting caught up in those players where they're just getting caught up in each other, and it's creating a lot of chaos.
8-1, and we switch sides. If you're Rose Holman in this situation, if you're the head coach and Rachel Delsey, what do you tell your players to get them back into this fifth set?
I tell them, hey, we have to have a pass. Right now, you have got to get yourselves out of the serve receive and put a ball down. They're serving you short. Recognize it early. Be ready to move to that.
Delsey in her 7th season with the team, trying to lead them to their second HCAC win of the season. Sicking, too strong cross court, and that's a good way to start if you're the Fighting Engineers.
Good heads-up play there by Cadelli. She knew exactly where she was on the court. Let that ball go long.
Rose Holman projected to be the 5th-ranked team in the HCAC this season. Mount St. Joseph projected to be the 2nd-ranked team. The Lions went unbeaten in the conference last season to win them the first seed, and a service error at a costly time. Those are the ones you absolutely cannot have if you're Rose Holman in this position.
Absolutely. And MSJ, again, has been serving Rose Holman short, trying to get their middles out of their offense. They have got to recognize that early.
Ehrman outside, off the block goes Gregg. An important swing there, and that time they didn't serve him short.
No.
And Rose Holman got the point.
Absolutely, and that's, again, credit the pass. They have to have a pass in order to run their offense.
Gregg back serving, and she will be setting now in the back row. Butler to Sicking, and Sicking yet again gets a kill. Unbelievable. That is her 21st.
Wow.
And she has a season-high 65 attempts.
That is insane.
It will force a timeout here on the floor. Mount St. Joseph leading 10 to Rose Holman's 3 on RHIT.TV.
Are you an active athlete looking for enhanced performance, comfort, and recovery? Then Skins is the perfect choice for you. Our revolutionary sports compression product provides better oxygen flow in your muscles, helps reduce fatigue and pain from intense physical activity, allowing athletes to push their boundaries and perform better.
Skins helps keep everything, including you, on track.
So don't wait any longer. Get your skins now and experience unbeatable performance.
Take your game to the next level with Skins.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move? It's donating something more valuable than money. It's believing in yourself and something bigger. It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
Mount St. Joseph 5 points away from taking a close one here in Rose-Hulman and make that 4 as it's a service ace.
Yeah, all the momentum is on MSJ right now. Rose-Hulman's got to find a way to slow it down.
Stevenson back to serve for the Lions. Beverly, big swing, but can't find that back line. And the Fightin' Engineers just haven't quite been able to find their attackers in good spots this last set. But if there's a team that doesn't quit, it is the Rose-Hulman Fightin' Engineers. Gregg to Beverly. Butler to the middle. Nice dig from Gregg. Beverly again. And the Lions staying alive. Great tip by Miranda.
Great heads-up play. She came in full force and just tipped it right over the block. Very smart.
Mount St. Joseph 2 points away from narrowly escaping the Fightin' Engineers, who have thrown all that they have at this Lions team today. Good pass to Beverly, but a great dig. Free try now for Rose-Hulman. Beverly again. Off the hands, dug by Butler, out of system, and into the net goes Miranda.
Gotta use it if you're Rose-Hulman.
Rose-Hulman trying to find life, but Ebright coming out for this point. The back row gonna have to be stout. Desiree Beverly serving. Miranda off the high hands. Schmidt finds the floor. How about Aurora Schmidt? Came in late in the fourth, made a great impact, doing so again here in the fifth.
That's exactly what you want when you throw a player in late in the set. You want them to make an impact, and she is doing just that.
She's had 3 attempts, and she's had 2 kills. Gregg for Osi. Nice dig. And the Lions staying alive. Free try for Rose-Hulman. Gregg, Schmidt, right back at her. A big block from the Lions. And MSU 1 point away from moving to 3-0 in the HCAC play this season. The Lions did not lose a single HCAC match last season. Led to a first place finish for them, and they're serving for the win. Too strong service error leads to a point for the Fightin' Engineers. And win or lose for Rose-Hulman, it's been a fantastic showing. They didn't have Hannah Bergfeld, one of their biggest pieces, and still pushing this MSJ team to 5 sets. So impressive.
Would definitely agree with you there.
Butler outside, too strong for Aubrey Miranda on the right side, actually. And Rose-Hulman, again, not showing the quit. They're not going to go away.
They will not go away until that score is 15.
Cuddly back to serve. Butler to the middle, straight down. Amaya Harrell. Monster block.
She read that in all the way. Great job by Amaya Harrell to shut that down.
And forcing a timeout from MSJ. What a block right up against Hannah Justice, who's been incredible.
Yeah, Amaya Harrell just roofed that ball.
That is the 5th block assist, or 5 block assist. That is her first solo block for Amaya Harrell on the day. Harrell leads this team coming into the play with 54 total blocks on the season. And she's going to be able to add at least 3.5 to that total, assuming she doesn't get another one, which is very possible.
Yes, don't count her out yet.
And Rose Holman, they've been jumping on the opportunity to attack MSJ without Emma Sicking.
Yes.
Emma Sicking has been on the bench and shows just how important she is to the offense of the Lions.
Would agree with you there. Yeah, MSJ, you can tell, is already back out on the court. They're ready to go. Rose Holman, right now, do or die time for them.
It was 12-3 in this 5th set, and all of a sudden 14-8. Rose Holman trying to flip the script from their last match when they had 11 set points and couldn't close out the 3rd set. They're trying to do what happened to them to the Lions. Butler to the middle and down on the floor. MSJ comes into Terre Haute and takes the victory. But such an impressive showing from the Fightin' Engineers.
Absolutely. They showed so much grit and so much fight in this match. MSJ is a very, very solid team who is, again, projected to finish 2nd in this conference. To take them to 5 sets and really compete with them is saying a lot about this Rose Holman team. They have a lot of grit, a lot of determination, and they have really good key pieces to their team.
Thank you so much for joining us. We'll tell you one more time about our sponsors for today. Reynolds Farm Equipment, Passion Decare, Boilermaker Local 374, Wheeler Mission, Bertner Electric, Morales Group, McGinley Wrights Financial, Indiana Laborers District Council, and IndianaSRN Sports Page. That will do it here for us at Terre Haute. For David Moores on cams, Chuck Levine as our producer, my partner Hannah Corey, I've been Graham Nash saying so long, MSJ taking down Rose Holman 3-2.